elapsed time since SQL Server started. This looks more like a forum question rather than really a presentation or a long demo. So this again is inspired by a question that came in the forum, and someone wanted to know the start time of SQL Server process. And there are two ways to look at things. One is the actual start time, is when the SQL Server database engine started. And the other thing is computing all of that and doing a reverse calculation as to how many seconds or minutes has passed by since SQL Server has started. So I wanted to show a quick demo of two things here, trying to get that information from a dynamic management view, and also trying to see something from performance monitor. So there is a counter there, and I will try to play around with that object and counter in performance monitor, and hopefully you will learn something new. So as usual, let's get to demos. Let's begin. So there is a DMV here, sysdm OS info, and this DMV has a data column there, SQL Server start time. So pretty straightforward. If I select this, execute, you will be able to see the start time. So the SQL Server was started at whatever 3rd of May there, and that says 13:17, which is 1 p.m. 17th minute, and then you have the 10th second and 327 millisecond. I mean, so that kind of information, all good. But I want to actually also find, so pretty straightforward here, but I also want to find out the number of seconds or number of hours that have passed by since SQL Server started. So declaring a few variables, trying to get the information from get date and subtract it from this information, and getting the hour, the minute, and the second, and multiplying and trying to get the complete time, the total time in seconds. So if I execute all of this, I will get okay, this is what I need to see. So let me just select date time. Let me comment this, and I want to see the number of seconds. So as it shows here that 5,166 seconds have passed by since SQL Server engine has started. So I just started the VM a few minutes back. So the number is of course very low. In production environment, this is going to be a very big number, 5166. So all easy. But what I also want to show, and this is a lot of fun stuff, if I go into performance monitor, and I hope this will be something new. So if I click on performance monitor, remove all the counters from here, click on the plus sign, and there is an object here which is called as thread, and getting into threads and processes for SQL Server. So let me scroll down and try to find out the thread object. There you have thread, and if I expand that, there is a counter here which says elapsed time since this thread was started. And here we get a list of all the threads, and again we have to find out SQL Server. So I'll just quickly type SQL SE, and there you see SQL Server has many threads there, SQL Server 0, 1. So let me just scroll down and zoom in a bit to show you that, because of course there are multiple threads that SQL Server will create when it starts. These are all those thread numbers there, and I'm going to choose SQL Server /0 there, which is going to be my main thread, the primary thread, and I will get this elapsed time since this thread was started. And the fun stuff was, this is of course to satisfy the intellectual curiosity. You will probably see that the number of seconds for this main thread is going to be slightly more than what you get from the DMV, of course, because this is the main thread, and when it begins, it will spin off many more other threads, and at some point that information gets recorded in the dynamic management view. So if I add this here, click on OK, and let's go and change the format to report, and we can see 5298 301 2 3. So every second it's increasing. So this is the number of seconds since that main thread for the SQL Server process has begun. And now it'll be some fun. I keep both of them side by side, and we just want to do a quick comparison of this number with this number. So now we have 53201, and let me quickly execute this, and we'll look at, I'll zoom in and quickly see the time there. Okay, so we execute this and there you go, 5125, and you can see that I'll do this once more and quickly execute and zoom in, and now you can see that this one said that it has been 5335 seconds and this one says 5339 seconds. So about 4 to 5 seconds more, because this is the main primary thread that begins, and then of course it spins off other threads, and at some point it gets recorded in the database engine. Just some fun stuff, not so much practical, because you anyway get this information from the dynamic management view. Yeah, but SQL Server internal stuff. So yeah, hope you had some fun with this. Well, then thank you very much for your time for watching this video. I hope to meet you again soon in another video.